Welcome to this James the Bike Guy, where in this video we're checking out a 2022 Specialized Fuse. But this Specialized Fuse we've got in front of us is a brand new spec level for 2022, and it offers a pretty good value with a 1x12 drivetrain and 130 millimeters of rowdy suspension travel. So we're going to go into the features and designs of this bike, as well as find out exactly what it weighs. So go ahead and sit back and join me in this video and hit subscribe if you like what you see. So the Specialized Fuse falls into Specialized Trail category. And what trail is basically a category of where a mountain bike is going to, prefer going uphill just as much as going downhill. So a bike like this is going to be a great place for mid-level rider or even advanced rider that wants to have a hardtail, to be able to have something fun, to be playful and be a little more nimble than say you might have on a full suspension, but still have the stability from a slack head tube and nice modern trail geometry to be able to descend quickly as well. And this Specialized Fuse Sport is a new spec level for 2022. Back in 2021, you had the Fuse Base, which was their entry-level version running the same frame as this 2022 version. And then they had a Fuse Comp, which was nearly $1,000 more expensive, but came with a much upgraded frame with a sliding rear dropout, higher quality aluminum, and those sorts of things. And I'm excited to see in 2022 that they added this sport level, which is getting you a 1x12 drivetrain and a bunch of other features we'll go into, while using the base level frame, which has truly proven itself as a good geo trail bike, saving a bit of money and filling that gap between the base and the comp level. The frame on the 2022 Sport is going to be made out of Specialized A1 butted aluminum. So their butted aluminum has internal cable routing, it's got triplicate down tube water bottle mounts, you've got a seat tube water bottle mounts as well, and it's going to be a shaped and butted frame, giving this some pretty good quality performance while not being quite as light as the M4 aluminum frame that you'd find on the comp version of the bike. But it's still going to have some real trail ready features, such as this 1.125 to 1.5 head tube, nice tapered head tube to run all sorts of forks. Out back, you're going to have a 34.9 seat tube diameter to be able to run the larger dropper posts. And then going to the very back of the bike, you'll still see it's going to be a boost through axle. So this frame is giving you all the features that you need to be a fun modern trail bike, while removing some that are nice to haves to help keep the cost of the frame a little bit lower and put more of that money towards the part spec of the bike. For geometry on this, it's very modern with a 66-degree head tube angle. You've got a 74-degree seat tube angle, which is going to give you a nice steep position for climbing, a chainstay length of 430 millimeters, and then you'll have a roomy reach of 440 millimeters on the size medium frame, and a stack which puts you in an upright position of 603 millimeters. And those geometry numbers squarely place it into the modern trail bike category, where it should be able to climb very well with that seat tube and that nice slack head tube to keep it confident on the descents. Now, controlling that head tube is, of course, this RockShox Judy Silver TK. So the RockShox Judy Silver is going to be a 32 millimeter stanchion fork. It's got 130 millimeters of suspension travel, and then you'll have a damper adjustment to be able to adjust it from all the way open to locked out. And on the bottom of the fork is going to be rebound adjust, so you can adjust how quickly it bounces back and the compression, how firm it is as it goes down. And then you've got 15 by 110 boost through axle up front with a air adjustable non-drive side stanchion. So in here you can fill this up with air, adjust it up and down based on your body weight. So this fork is going to have a lot of the adjustments to be able to dial it in for your riding style. Cockpit wise, we've got a pretty standard fare here with an aluminum cockpit and a dropper seat post. So the handlebar itself that's running on the bike is what they call the Stout Riser. Stout is a brand specific to Specialized, and this riser handlebar is going to come in either 750 or 780 millimeters of width based on frame size. And then the stem connecting it is a 31.8 millimeter Stout 3D forged alloy stem. Pretty standard stem, but nice and stiff and should work well. Moving out back to the body geometry bridge saddle, mounted on top, a Trans-X dropper seat post. So this dropper happens to be a 30.9 dropper seat post, and they're actually running a spacer inside of there to drop it down to the 34.9 millimeter diameter seat post, which helps save a bit of cost, gives you a nice durable seat post, but does offer a place where you could upgrade in the future. And then the dropper is actuated using this 1x style lever. So you go ahead and press the lever, and that's going to allow the seat post to go up, get your body weight back onto the bike, press the lever again, and the dropper seat post will come back down. Moving into the drivetrain, this is going to be a nice upgrade over the base level. So on the sport version of the bike, we're rocking a SRAM SX drivetrain. So this SX drivetrain is a 1x12 setup, meaning that it's going to have 12 speeds in the back of the bike and only one gear up front. But this is going to have nearly the same range as a traditional 2x9 drivetrain or 2x10. Now the derailleur itself is going to be an Eagle style derailleur. It does have a clutch, which is going to help keep the chain from bouncing around and not slapping against the chainstay, helping keep it quiet. And out back is a 11 to 50 tooth spread on the cassette, and moving up front on this threaded bottom bracket operates a SRAM SX crankset with a 32 tooth narrow wide chainring. This chainring is made out of steel. It uses their narrow wide profile, but it is direct mount, so you're able to upgrade it to something else in the future. And this is a place where a lot of people would change up, say, the color on the chainring and the grips to be able to customize the bike to make it their own. Wheels and tires on the bike are very neat, running these specialized Eliminator trail tires. This is the Grid Trail in a T7 compound, so this is going to be nice and sticky, but a more durable setup. The Eliminator tire is pretty fast rolling with lots of ramp knobs through the center, but you've got huge side knobs on the side to keep control. And I love the tire size they're doing on this, running the 27.5 by 2.6. So it's not quite a mid-fat tire, but not quite a traditional 27.5. So it gives you a lot of the benefits of both without the extra weight or extra rolling diameter of a full plus size tire. And then mounting those tires to the bike, it's going to be some stout 27.5 wheels. These stout wheels are a double walled rim. They operate using a 29 millimeter internal width and have 32 spokes going to the front and rear hubs. The actual weight of the 2022 Fuse Sport comes in and weighs 31.86 pounds. Thanks for watching this video on the 2022 Specialized Fuse Sport. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts on this bike down in the comment section below. While you're at it, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It lets me know you enjoyed it. And don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already.